All right, let's make sure we are on socials here real quick. Let's see. Yep, and we are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to episode 143 of Titos&Chicken, your unofficial South Carolina Gamecocks podcast, coming at you with a low country state of mind. Guys, I know we had a 4:45 start time here, but I apologize for the technical difficulties that we've had. More on my side than Lindsey's side. For some reason, my microphone didn't want to work. But I mean, it happens. It happens to me all the time, unfortunately. So sorry, we're here at 5:15, but we're here. We told you we're going to be here. We're here. Lindsey, how you doing this evening, girl?
Pretty good. Can't complain,
Yeah.
halfway through the week. And
Halfway through the week, yes.
yeah, we can make it. I can
Yeah.
see the end of the tunnel.
I love it. I love it. Guys, we're just going to do a quick episode here. We want to do a small recap of the Texas A&M game because obviously that was a game to remember. 44-22 score there in Williams-Brice. Beautiful scene. Absolute beautiful scene. I loved it. I loved every second of it. But we'll talk about that here shortly. A couple of quick hits we have here. Missouri kickoff is at 4:15 next Saturday on SEC Network. Big game for us. All these games are big. Let's just be real here, get past Vandy this weekend, Missouri the following, and then, ease up a little bit on the schedule there with Wofford, and then Clemson at the end of the month. But I want to talk a little bit about homegirl here, Casey Smith. She more than likely won't be watching this live podcast, which is fine. But I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, she probably needs to. She probably needs to. Yeah, she needs to do a lot more than watch. I was very irritated when I saw that clip. Who is she even with? Is it Barstool? Barstool, yeah. Anyways, so guys, you already know there was a clip that went around about her talking about our defense, that our defense wasn't good. And apparently I assume she's a Texas A&M alum, not sure, huge fan. And I'm not even gonna lie, guys, as soon as that game was over, I saved that video and I edited it and took that 5-second clip of her saying that our defense was bad. And I posted it. I was like, hey, Casey, what's up? Just a reminder, what she said. The idiotic, ignorant comment that she made. I feel like she's a box score person, Lindsey. I feel like she sees scores of games and she's like, oh, they're good. They're bad. They're not that good. I feel like that's how she dictates her games.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think about that?
Yeah, she's like one of those that's like brand name only. So, she assumes that LSU is like so amazing and, South Carolina sucks and has no understanding or probably hasn't watched a single snap outside of maybe the Texas A&M games since week one. So it's like, how can you analyze anything when you know nothing? I mean, and it's not like, has she ever been on Twitter before? I mean, Twitter's been talking about our defense since, week 2. So I don't really know how she missed it, but hey, don't give any job these days, I guess. So
yeah, no, I love the fact that Gamecock Nation stood up and just roasted the shit out of her. She deserved every bit of it. And of course, she comes out with a video after the game. It's like, oh, Gamecock fans, I'm so sorry. Blah, blah, blah. I didn't do my homework. I was like, bitch, shut up. Like, get out of here. I don't accept your apology. I really don't. You can take your barstool, busting whatever ass away. I was so mad about that. I'm sorry, guys. I am a little heated. But I was just not happy at how she just said, oh, South Carolina defense, not good.
Yeah.
Quote. But anyways, I just want to bring that up, guys. Get a good laugh out of that. Gamecocks left out of the top 25 last night. Lindsey, what did you think about that?
Yeah. It's unfortunate, obviously.
Yeah.
I just feel like once again, it's like, you're leaving it up to these committee members, and same thing. I
Yeah.
feel like they don't do their homework either, and if we're really picking the best teams, how is Mizzou ranked 24th? And we blew out A&M a week ago, and they dropped 4 spots from 10 to 14. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And you see, like, Clemson dropped like 11 spots. I mean, for losing to Louisville.
Yeah.
It's just there's no rhyme or reason. So I think it's bullshit. I
Yeah.
think it's
Agree.
we have a chip on our shoulder, and we're going to continue to have one, rightfully so. And so I just feel like, if anything, it's just more motivation. And these last 4 games are going to be huge, or 4 games, I should
4.
say.
Yeah.
There's a very likely possibility that we could be 9-3, and then what? I mean, is the committee going to talk about us then? We'll see.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I agree. I woke up this morning. Well, obviously, I went to sleep early last night because I'm old as shit. But I woke up this morning, and like that was one of the first things I looked at, besides the whole election situation. And I was like, well, I mean, what the hell do we have to do?
Exactly.
Like, you lose to LSU by what, 3 points?
Yeah.
You lose to Alabama by 2 points, which a game we should have won.
Yeah.
You blow out Texas A&M. You beat Kentucky on the road earlier in the year.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I know Kentucky's not a world beater or anything, but a road win in the SEC is a road win.
Yeah, and you beat Oklahoma, destroyed them. Not that they're great either, but still,
Yeah.
You're playing
in Oklahoma, excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, damn, like the respect. Holy. I mean, I was just blown away. I truly was blown away. But we have a chance with 3 games here, ranked. Well, Missouri's ranked, you said, right? Yes,
Yeah.
Missouri's ranked. We have 3 ranked matches ahead of us. That way we can just prove who we are, I strongly feel, I keep saying this, that we could win any game on our schedule. I truly feel like we can. I feel like we can finish this season 9-3.
For sure. I agree.
I just really do, especially with our defense. You know the saying, defense travels, and we got to go to Nashville Saturday, and we have to go to Clemson at the end of the month. Those guys they're gonna show out. They're gonna perform. That's just what they do. But I truly think we can go 93. And just thinking about that, yesterday I'm at work, and like I couldn't even focus. I'm sitting here thinking of playoff scenarios. I'm like,
Yeah.
can we really get into this? I mean, more than likely we can. Let's just be real, guys.
Yeah.
But Evan likes to, stay on the optimistic side sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. What do you think about that? Like us getting into the playoffs? I mean, holy shit, that would be amazing.
Yeah. I would be shocked. I would be completely shocked. It'd be epic, obviously. I think we deserve to be there. I think we can easily take and play well, possibly beat about half the teams at least, if not more, in the top 12 currently. And
I totally agree.
I would put our defense up against anyone, literally anyone, anytime, any day.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just that good. But I mean, I think you could look at a 9-3 end, and then what? We're looking at a Peach Bowl. What are we doing? I mean, really have. I mean, our team should be more respected, but also look at how we travel. I mean, we would be a great team, just the fan base alone. Like, put us in a big bowl, because they're going to sell the tickets. Like, tickets are going to sell out. We're going to travel. We're going to be loud. We are a brand. Like, we're really branded, and nobody seems to care about that. But
yeah,
they're going to learn. I have a feeling.
And you led this right into the next topic. It was perfect. Put some freaking respect on Williams-Brice.
Yeah.
I'm getting it's mind-blowing to me that analysts, college football analysts, people, recruits, are just now being like, wow, this place is electric. Holy crap. Commercial breaks are insane. Bro, we've been doing this for the last 10 years. Like, I mean, come on. Like, It's always been like this. But you know what? It's cool. We're getting our exposure. People are seeing us, noticing us. And I'm
Yeah.
fine with it. But like, come on, like this has been going on for years. And I mean, the light show, that's just phenomenal. I mean, it really is. To add to what we already do, the dancing, the Sandstorm remix, it's literally a big party in that stadium when there's a night game. So put some respect on Williams Bryce. Thank you. But real quick, guys, we're gonna jump into a short recap here of the A&M game. Offensive line, you got to start with them, Lindsey. You got to start with them not allowing a sack. Texas A&M's defensive line is probably one of the scariest in the SEC. Those guys are pretty solid, and for our offensive line to hold up like they did, that was just amazing. It truly was. Sellers 13 for 27, 244 yards, 2 touchdowns. Rocket 20 carries for 144 yards, 2 touchdowns. Simon 4 receptions, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. I feel like it was an Oprah Winfrey game. You get a touchdown, you get a touchdown. I mean, like, holy crap! Like, I totally forgot we scored 6 touchdowns. Like, I was just like, damn, like we truly went off that game. What do you think about the offense in that matchup, or excuse me, in that game against Texas A&M and what they did?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was 530 yards of total offense. I mean, it's hard to beat. I think what you said about the O-line, they played incredible. They played big, they were strong. They moved the line of scrimmage. They executed. I think the play calling was great. I really do. Dal was dialing it up. I think we used Josh Simon well. I feel like he is kind of in the background a little bit, and we forget how talented he is, clearly. So he had a great game. Rocket went off. I mean, he was running all over these people. And it was just incredible to see. And I think Sellers had his best game. I think he continues to get better every game. And I really like that. I really hate that for everybody else to play us the end of the year, because I think, he makes those comments like everything's starting to slow down for him, right? Things are clicking for him. And you can tell. I think if our offense can play like that, combined with our defense, clearly our defensive line's insane. I thought the linebackers played well. Our secondary came to play. They were disciplined. It was like 3 penalties all game or something.
I believe so, roughly.
That was crazy. I mean, it was just a complete game from, every level. And if we play like that, I mean, if we're clicking like that, I, again, would put us up against any team in this league, and we might not win it, but we'd give them a game. So I think things are looking up, and I think my God, to score 24 points on A&M at home at night, it was electric. So
it was. And no way that I think that game would be that lopsided. No way. I thought Texas A&M was coming to Williams-Brice with a revenge. They wanted to destroy us because you know how last year went, or excuse me, was it last year? It was last year. 2 years ago. God, that was 2 years ago? Where does time go? Holy crap. It felt like that was last year. But no, like I truly thought A&M was going to come in and handle business. But hey, we'll take it. We will take it. Defense played lights out. They didn't get a sack until the fourth quarter? We had 2 sacks in the fourth quarter. I think Stewart and it was Sanders, possibly. It was one of the interior guys. But still, I mean, to give up 20 points against Texas A&M, we'll take it. I mean, regardless of whoever they had at quarterback. I mean, we played a complete game. And it was amazing to witness. That's the Carolina that I know we could be. I truly do. We showed our potential out there, So very exciting game to be at, very exciting game to watch. So happy for these guys. So let's jump into Vanderbilt breakdown real quick here. Vandy is 6-3. 3-1 in the SEC. Guys, they are 3-1 in the SEC. No, I did. No, I'm not drunk. That's the truth. Um, lost to Missouri in overtime, and they lost to Texas by 3 points. Texas was the number one team in the nation at that time. Like, guys, Vanderbilt is they're playing pretty well. But my thing is with Vanderbilt, Lindsay, they're doing all the small things right.
Mm-hmm.
That is, I truly feel that's what they're doing. Lee, what's the coach name? Lee, right?
Lee. Yeah, I think they're well coached. You can see that.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Well coached. I think he's doing a phenomenal job there in Nashville. I mean, with what they have, I don't even think they have a 4-star recruit on their roster. I think they have one. No, they do have one. They had the tight end that we're going to talk about here in a little bit, who's been balling out for them. He was a transfer portal guy. I think he came. He was like a package deal apparently. Like they got the coaches and the players to come from a school to go to Vanderbilt. Yeah, I'm dead serious. Yeah, I learned about that actually last week. But anyways, the heart and soul of this team, guys. Let's just be real. It's the quarterback, Diego. He is the leading passer and leading rusher on this team. Like that's just insane to me, you know. Like I said, leading passer, leading rusher. He loves to throw to his tight end. Like I mentioned, I think his name's like Stowers, something like that. Guy has 516 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns. That's pretty impressive for a tight end.
Yeah.
So obviously he's not your traditional block down on the tackles. He's running out for a pass. So we gotta keep him accounted for at all times. And like we said, Vanderbilt just does all the small things right. You know, they play error-free football. You know, not something you would usually say about Vanderbilt. but hey, it is what it is. I mean, they had to be decent sometimes. You know, Lindsay, we beat them 15 years in a row. You know,
wow. Don't say that.
I'm hoping it. Yeah, I'm hoping it turns into 16. But that's a crazy stat too. 15 years in a row that we have defeated Vanderbilt. What would be your keys to the game to this matchup here?
Yeah, I think, like you said, they have a great quarterback. I think they're gritty overall. They're pretty tough. For Vandy, I think they play up to their competition too. I mean, you know, beating Alabama and going toe to toe with Texas and the like. So, I mean, they have talent. You know, that's clear. Like you said, but I think the keys to the game for me are going to be in the trenches for us. I think our offensive line has to play well again. I think if they do that, Lenore Sellers is going to have a hell of a game. I think, you know, if we can control, you know, time of possession, if we can march down the field, eat up clock, and just kind of control everything about the game, right? Like in the sense of defensively, containing the quarterback, the defensive line, getting to the quarterback, right? Creating that pressure. I think ultimately we have more depth. Ultimately we have more weapons. And I think if we can exploit those things, I think we can run away with it, to be honest. But it's got to start early. I think we got to send a message quickly so they don't get any momentum. I know that Nashville is not a very hostile environment, but nonetheless, they're playing at home. Right? And so any momentum they can take and run with it. So if we come out hot, come out quick, and win in the trenches, I think we'll be good to go.
Yeah. My thing with Vanderbilt is, and it's just crazy to me. We're sitting here talking about Vanderbilt. We're literally breaking. This should be equivalent to the Wofford game. Like it really should be. But you know what? They're good. They're a good ball club this year. My thing is one of my keys to the game is to contain Diego. This guy's going to see a play breakdown, and he's just going to run. He's going to go. He's going to go. He's got a little bit of wheels on him too. You know, he can move. So, you know, keeping him contained, keeping him within the pocket, I'm sure our ends will do a fabulous job with that. also and beat them at their own game. They want to slow you down. You
Yeah.
know, where I don't see us scoring 40 points against them. I really don't.
Yeah.
But you know, I just feel we have to beat them at their own game, pretty much.
Yeah.
Your biggest question for this matchup here?
Yeah. I think just one of the biggest questions, well, two kind of random ones that came
Okay.
to mind. The first is, like you said, they are a good football team, but biggest question is, can we just continue to wear them down? Like you said, can we, bring the physicality, especially on defense, also on offense too, and just wear them down, right? I think if we play quick, we play fast, that could be beneficial to us. And then also too,
Okay.
I haven't heard much about Mazio. I'm wondering what he's looking like. I know he practiced a little bit, I think, the other day, but what does his health look like? Just because he's such a spark to our offense, he's just a good player. So the health of him and, how much of a impact or how much time he'll have this week against Vanderbilt, or will he sit it out, preparing for Mizzou to come next week. So I'm just curious about his overall health and where he kind of stands.
I'm still really pissed about that play where the
So bad.
A&M defender pretty much wrapped his hand around the helmet
It was so bad.
of his and looks like it almost snapped his head, like how
No,
fast he
that's what
turned his head.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
I'm serious. It's
yeah,
crazy.
that was wild that wasn't a flag, but yeah, obviously we just gotta see what the health of him and see if he can be out there and perform like he has. He has been getting freshman awards. I feel like just about every other week. The guy is solid.
Yeah.
I mean, thank
Yeah.
God he wow, I said D. Wow, I was about to butcher that word. Decommitted from Tennessee and came to
Yeah.
us. That was a great pickup for sure.
Yeah.
My biggest question on this matchup here is, can we get Rocket going? From watching how many games we played, 8 games, I feel with our offense, if Rocket is moving, then we're going to be successful. Because
Yeah.
that takes so much pressure off of Lenoris.
Yeah.
It allows him to feel the game a little bit more. We lean on Rocket. Rocket
Mm.
leans on defenders and gets 3 yards. I mean, you got to love running backs like that. You truly have to love running backs like that. We just got to get him going. Offensive line, can they get their blocks, get to their assignments, and we just have another. I'm not going to say a perfect game because we didn't have a perfect game against A&M, but close.
Yeah.
So, your score prediction here.
Yes. I think it could be close at first. Like, I feel like, kind of settling in and seeing what they're going to give us. We might start a little slow, but ultimately, I really do think that we might run away with this thing. I don't know if I'm, still on the high, the Texas A&M high, but honestly, I just feel like we'll outlast them. I think, like I said, we have too many weapons, and our depth is just there to help us.
Yeah.
I think it'll be 31-17 Carolina at the end of the fourth quarter. So.
Okay, 31-17.
Yeah.
Vandy did beat Auburn. I mean, Auburn's not good, but they went on the road and beat Auburn 17-7 last week. I honestly thought that was somewhat impressive. I was just like, damn, like this team is legit.
Auburn is hard to play at home. I mean, I don't care how they are, but they have that environment's pretty insane. So good
exactly. Yeah, no, good for them. I got 31-27. I think this is going to be a fun matchup. I don't see, too much scoring like we did against A&M, but I feel we can pull away and get a road win. It'll be a big road win for us, and would propel us in the top 25 because we should be there now, anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think with this win, I think that'll definitely help us, and then we'll focus on Missouri the next week. But you can't sleep on Vanderbilt, guys. They, like I said, they're 5-3 for a reason. I mean, 6-3 for a reason. They're a solid little group there, So, but guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Sorry that we started 15 minutes late. We figured out the problem, and if it happens again, it won't take us 20 minutes to get it fixed. So thank you guys so much for listening. Go Cock.